What's up, college football fans? Don't forget to check out and order your copy of Stiff Arming Football Myths, our latest football game plan book. So go on our website at footballgameplan.com/books and get your copy. We have these available in paperback as well as in PDF form. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our Week 7 college football FBS Game of the Week preview between the Auburn Tigers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now let's take a look at some coaching points for both teams in this ball game, starting with Auburn.
For Auburn in this ball game, those backers have to beat the guards to the punch in the running game. If they can't meet those guys at the line of scrimmage, Mississippi State can have success running the football, so those backers have to be forceful in order to stop that running game of the Bulldogs. And the first and third quarters are key in this ball game. Those openers have to be important for Auburn. They have to come out firing on all cylinders to start the game and also coming out of halftime, because that's when you can put your foot on the gas and put your foot on the throat of a football team and put them away. And they have to work those linebackers in the passing game. I think that's the advantage Auburn has in this matchup. Their running backs in the passing game versus the linebackers of Mississippi State. So if they're going to have some success throwing the football, it has to come, in my opinion, from those running backs against those backers of Mississippi State. Now for the Bulldogs in this ballgame, that defensive line has to be able to get off blocks. They can't play the wait-and-see approach versus Auburn, because they are just like those guys in the running game. They move their tackles, they move their guards a lot, so those defensive linemen have to be able to get off blocks in order to have success. And they have to win in the open field on both sides of the ball. They have to be able to make one miss in space, and they also have to be able to tackle in space versus Auburn. Again, similar style of offense, so you have to be able to get those guys on the ground. When you're one-on-one in space defensively, you have to protect the perimeter, and on offense, you have to be able to make that one miss to get those big gains. And you look at Dak Prescott's passing, could be key in this ballgame. Again, we know Mississippi State can run the football, but can Prescott continue to do what he's done so far this year, throwing the football? Again, a well-balanced offense is an offense that's very tough to defend. If he continues to do what he's done all season long, Mississippi State can definitely win this ballgame.
Now for the Auburn Tigers, one way they can put that defensive end in the bind offensively is by running the triple option. I'm going to show you how they can do that out of the diamond formation, and not like your traditional triple option, but one that involves the shovel pass. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. I would preferably use this inside the red zone to try to get that big play that could result into a touchdown. But you see, we have the diamond formation. Quarterback is right here. And what we're going to do is going to put this defensive end in a bind to where he's going to have to make a decision, and any decision he makes out of this formation and out of this play will be the wrong decision. So what we're doing with the offensive lineman, we're trying to get big on big, body on body. We're going to leave this defensive end unblocked because we're reading him. So play side tackle's job is to go up and get the backer, body on body, up, boom, boom. We're going to leave the backside defensive end unblocked as well, because this back here, his job is to hold this defensive end at base. So he's going across the formation, giving the illusion of the handoff going weak side, and that's going to hold this defensive end here at the line of scrimmage. And what we're doing front side, we're sending this back on the opposite side of Nick Marshall. He's going up and either going to cut it here or keep outside, depending on how this defensive end plays. Because why? We're bringing the back around. Nick Marshall pulls the football. Now he's coming. Now you see where the triple option is in play. Depending on how this defensive end reacts to the play coming his way, if he overextends this way, you're going to shovel pass it to the back, and he can make one miss, because you do have the corners going, and the receivers going and block the safeties. So shovel pass, if he's playing out, if he crashes, you pitch it, running back runs outside, hopefully making this guy miss. So you see where the triple option, utilizing the shovel pass and the keep as well as the pitch, coming one way against that defensive end, getting your lineman on the second level, could be a huge play for the Auburn Tigers, and that's one way they can have success in the red zone versus Mississippi State. This week versus Auburn is important for Mississippi State to stop the running game of the Tigers, and I'm going to show you one way they can do so when the Tigers go to their read option package play, where they try to run the read option and then throw the bubble screen off of them, and show you how they could be in better position to defend that play utilizing their backers and their safeties. See what we have drawn up here? Basic formation. They're going to try to get the ball to the slot guy on the bubble screen. They're going to try to run the read option this way. Now what they're trying to do, you're going to leave this defensive end unblocked and allow him up the field, because they're going to pull this tackle around and try to lead him up in the hole. You try to run the read option this way, and depending on how hard this guy crashes or what the defense does, Nick Marshall will pull a football and throw it to the bubble screen going out here. Receivers will go and block or do whatever they're going to do on this side. Front side is always this way. Now, they're going to try to double team this 3 technique. They're going to try to get this guy blocked outside. And they're going to have him head up on the defensive tackle. They're going to try to lead that tackle here to where you can take it inside or bounce it outside. Now, one way Mississippi State can be in great position to defend this play, again, you have to exchange responsibility. So instead of having this defensive end read the quarterback and the running back, his job is to straight go and get the ball carrier. Don't worry about the quarterback. We're going to find someone else to defend him. So your job is to straight go get the running back, chase that play down, so that way you don't have to worry about the running back, quarterback pulling it and having to worry about that responsibility. Now what we're going to ask this inside backer to do, knowing that the tackle is pulling in the B gap, in the A gap, his job is to meet him before he gets there. He has to force the issue and meet the tackle in the hole in the A gap to block up this hole right here, trying to force the running back to bounce outside, where we have the inside backer here reading both the B gap and the C gap, so that way he can be both backer on tailback, and you effectively have taken away the running back out of the equation. Now if he pulls it and throws the bubble screen, what we're asking Nick Marshall to do is come outside, because we're going to blitz this nickelback right there. His responsibility now becomes the quarterback. Again, remember we had the defensive end. He was responsible for the back and the QB. Now he's responsible for the back, which means the next guy over is going to be responsible for the quarterback if he pulls, to try to force a quick throw or try to make a play in the backfield. So now everyone else, again, just exchanging responsibility. Safety's job is going to be the bubble screen guy. Next thread over, the guy that's trying to throw the block. The inside person on the trip side is going to be responsible. This safety is going to be responsible, and you're asking your corner on the backside to man up. He has to take that inside position to force him down the sideline, where he has the help defender, which is the sideline. So that's one way Mississippi State can be in great position this week versus Auburn to defend one of their best plays.
And the X factor in this game for the Tigers, in my opinion, will be the play of their cornerbacks. Guys like Jonathan Jones, Jonathan Mincy, and Trayvon Reed. Those guys have to have big-time days, because a lot of times throughout the course of the matchup, they're going to be asked to play cover 1, cover 0. They won't have any safety help back deep as Auburn tries to focus on that running game. So they're going to have to hold their own out there on the perimeter, which is why I believe the cornerback play will be huge in this game for Auburn. And for Mississippi State is going to be the play of their offensive line. They do get back Dylan Day, their outstanding center, in the middle. And again, that just strengthens that unit that does a great job at moving defenses off the spot. And if they can't move Auburn off the spot and get Gabe Wright blocked up front, it's going to be a long day. So that's why their offensive line has to play a huge role in the outcome of this matchup. Now here are some 2015 draft prospects you want to keep an eye on in this ball game, and for both teams, there are going to be a lot of talent on the football field on both sides of the ball. But when you look at the trenches, the front 7, Reese Dismukes, the center out of Auburn, Gabe Wright, the defensive tackle, Bernardrick McKinney and Preston Smith for Mississippi State. Those guys are the elite of this group. But when you look at the quarterbacks in this game, Nick Marshall and Dak Prescott, I think these guys can elevate their status in the minds of scouts by what they can do throwing the football, because it's going to be the passing game that's going to have to excel for both teams in order for them to win. One of the best offensive linemen in program history is Zeke Smith. Played there from 1956 to 1959. Was a 2-time All-SEC performer and won the Outland Trophy as a junior in 1958. Definitely a guy in which other offensive linemen at Auburn are judged by. Mario Hagan is a contemporary of mine. This is a guy that played from 1999 to 2002 as an inside linebacker, a 3-time All-SEC performer and 2nd-team All-American in 2000. Definitely one of the better inside linebackers on both ends of defense, a guy that played the run just as well as he played the pass and was a key part of those dog day defenses down there at Mississippi State. I like Auburn in this ball game. Again, their defense has been playing outstanding football all season long. They're able to shut down the passing game. They're clogging up running lanes. Their linebackers are making plays sideline to sideline. And on offense, they're chewing up the TOP with that ground game because they're winning on the inside. And right now, I believe this is a complete team that will take care of business versus Mississippi State in a very close competitive game in the SEC. And also, don't forget to check out every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, College Football Now on our Football Game Plan Radio Network, located at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.